Welcome to Round 5 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of November 30th. I'm Terry Morrow, and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
And Nicole Eridix.
Hi there.
Today, we're taking a break from talking and complaining and obsessing and instead shouting out things other people are doing that we think you will find as useful or enjoyable as we do. We call this our Roundabout Roundup. I'll start out. I'm going to shout out Folklore, the Long Pond Studio Sessions, which is a Taylor Swift documentary on Disney+. It dropped the day before Thanksgiving, so if you are the kind of person who wants to see this, you have probably already seen it. I saw it Thanksgiving morning, started watching it, took a break for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Not a Parade, saw how pathetic that endeavor was, and went back to watching it. So it was very enjoyable. Good timing to have because Thanksgiving Day idle time to watch it. It's basically just they're going through each song on the album that she put out a while back during pandemic times. And she and her two main collaborators on the album, Aaron Dessner and Jack Antonoff, are at this studio. I think it's Aaron Dessner's studio in the middle of nowhere, upstate New York. It's sort of farmhousey looking, so it just goes with the vibe of the record just entirely. And they sit around and talk about how each song came to be, and then they perform it, recorded it live in a room of this studio that, I mean, Taylor is sitting on a couch singing, and the guys are kind of jammed in with all their instruments playing. And I guess it's the closest you get to a live concert these days. But particularly if you enjoy the songs, it's really fun to hear about the writing of them and then to hear them performed. I really, really enjoyed it. And the biggest revelation from it, I think, that got the most press was that she admitted that this unknown songwriter on a couple of the songs is in fact a pseudonym for her boyfriend. But we all kind of knew that. The revelation I found most amusing is that she said, I guess when they recorded this album, they were all doing it from their own home studios because you could never, you couldn't be together. Yes. So she had a studio built in her house. It looks like it was in a bedroom. I don't know if it's her bedroom or just a bedroom. I imagine she has a great many bedrooms in her house. But just because I imagine it's large.
And also a great many houses to choose from.
Exactly. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. But she mentioned that as she was singing, recording the album, her cats were tussling on the bed behind her. But she had to allow them in the room because if she had closed the door, they would have meowed. And I thought, you know what? That sounds like our podcast. Sure we have animals barging into our recording sessions all the time. We are just like Taylor Swift. Mm-hmm. And I was also rather amused to get an update on Disney obscenity policies, because if you saw Hamilton on Disney Plus when it came out, you will know that a couple of F words got bleeped, or they're not even bleeped, they were just silenced. Mm-hmm. And in this case, Taylor's album has a couple of F words in it. So at the beginning, it comes up with explicit language warning. I thought, well, okay, I guess they're just going to let those fly. But no, they were silenced. So you cannot say, would you tell me to go f myself? Okay. However, you can say, I'm doing good, I'm on some new shit at the beginning of the first song. So the SH word is cool for Disney. The F word, not so much. It's good to have standards.
Wow. Who knew?
I'm not sure we can say that word on our podcast. I'll have to think about it. Is that family and friendly?
Unless we set our rating to explicit.
I'll have to do the same thing. I'll just silence it out, just like Disney Plus does. All right, Nicole, what do you got to share this week?
I just recently got myself a new iPad. I had one years ago. I think it was like the second generation or something. Mm-hmm. And used it all the time. And then, of course, everything became outdated. And I didn't use it. And my husband got one. My daughter has one. My son has one. And I'm like, you know what? After a few kind of times, occasions where I thought I could have really used one for work and, of course, personal reasons. Mm-hmm. And then I'm just going to go and, have a look. And so I went out to the Apple store and bought the iPad Air and got the pencil that comes along with it. So you can actually write on it. And then so you write with the pencil and then it translates it into text. which is a really cool feature because, sometimes you don't want to type, or you can use it to do various things that are not typing related on the iPad. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I have to say it's been fun, and there's lots of neat little features that I didn't have on my second generation iPad, like, 7 years ago or whatever it was. And the pencil is actually making it all the more fun. So
cool.
Yeah, I've been using it. Actually, it's coming very much in handy with my Zoom calls. So I've been using it as a second monitor for my Zoom calls. So
fun.
It has a lot of uses. Yes.
Yeah.
So that is my shout out. Thank you, Apple. Once again.
And Catherine, what do you have to share this week?
Well, I also have something Disney related, but instead of being something officially produced by Disney, this is basically like a crowdsourced musical that happened on TikTok. So I'm not really a TikTok person like Nicole is, but of course my kids are, and my son, is a musical theater person. And so he showed me a whole bunch of TikToks and then a YouTube video that kind of summarizes the whole thing. I'm not sure how this even got started, but somebody was like, here's a song I wrote that if there were a Ratatouille musical. Oh, did I say Ratatouille?
No.
It's a crowdsourced musical based on the movie Ratatouille. And
okay.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know how it started. Like, somebody just made up a song and posted it on TikTok, and then other people ran with it like crazy. And all these people have written songs and performed them on TikTok, and they made a playbill and people came up with set design, like people have been thinking about this like a lot. And apparently, according to my son, it was even written up in the real Playbill magazine or their website or whatever. So I'm going to have to look for that. But I'm going to share a YouTube video that kind of summarizes the whole thing. And it's a woman who, self-described theater nerd who kind of assembles all of the TikTok videos, and then she puts in some of her own stuff. And, she's like, okay, in the first act, we're going to do this. She's got a plan for everything. And it's just really charming. And people come up with these really great songs. Like, Disney should be on this because, they've made musicals out of many Disney movies, they've done them where, humans are playing animals and they're playing candlesticks and, pieces of furniture. So I think they could figure out a way to do it with a rat, a rat who likes to cook. But it's just super creative and clever. So check out the video I'm going to share. Or you can just go on, if you're a TikTok person, you can go on TikTok and I guess search a hashtag. I don't even know. I don't know how TikTok works. I'm an old person. So Ratatouille on TikTok.
Cool.
And that is it for another week of Parenting Roundabout. If you missed any of our earlier episodes this week, look them up on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. Oh, Audible, right, Terry?
Yes, it's now on Audible.
Or wherever you get your podcasts, if it's not among those many different places. And you can hear what we have to say about kids' tech time, annoying pandemic silver lining conversations, and also the need to be alone. You can find all of our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. Please visit our Amazon shop at amazon.com/shop/momitude, where you can find links to a lot of the things that we talk about. Have a great weekend and see you back here on Monday.